Support for Audacious with Kyone Wolf provided by a generous contribution from Suzanne Hopgood in memory of Frank Lord.
From Connecticut Public Radio in Hartford, this is Audacious at the Big E. This giant fair is a fun experience, yeah, but it's also kind of a mirror, reflecting our humanity, the places we come from and their histories, what we value, and what we cannot wait to eat. Now, if you aren't familiar, the Big E is a 17-day-long fair that's been held every year in West Springfield, Massachusetts, since 1916. It's brought to life by the not-for-profit Eastern States Exposition. It's like a state fair meets a carnival, meets a concert, meets a giant marketplace, meets a petting zoo, meets a laboratory of some very strange food, much of it fried and or on a stick. It's also got the Avenue of States, featuring 1/3 scale replicas of each state's original state house, showing off the best it's got, from local foods to agriculture to crafts and tourism to history, businesses, and unique state traditions. And to give you a sense of scale, it's the 4th largest fair in North America, sprawling across 175 acres, roughly 135 football fields. And in 2024, it broke its own record, drawing more than 1.6 million visitors, including a single-day high of almost 180,000 people. Each New England state gets its own day at the fair, so of course we're visiting on Connecticut Day. The fairgrounds are filled with Connecticut-based musicians and marching bands, Connecticut-made food and crafts, and enough blue and white flags to make you forget that you're in Massachusetts. We're starting our day with Mary Naughton from Niagara Falls. She's under a giant tent amidst rows of teddy bears and teddy bunnies, all perfectly arranged. Names are embroidered on each, everything from Abigail to Zephyr. But the coolest part? If you have an uncommon name like mine, you can get it embroidered on the stuffy of your choice for no extra charge. And if you really want to go all out, you can dress your bear in bows and underwear for an extra $5. The business is called Cindy's Bears, now that Mary's passed it down to her daughter, and it's been giving kids something soft to cuddle for 30 years. Producer Jessica Severin DeMartinez and Connecticut Public's Deputy Director of Visuals, Mark Mirko, are spending the day with me at the fair, so you'll hear their voices throughout, too. When we met up with Mary, we asked what sparked the idea to create a business that relies on schlepping a giant embroidery machine hundreds of miles away from home for a couple weeks at the Big E.
I went to a flea market to buy material, and I saw this embroidery machine. And I was fascinated by him. I bet you I stood there an hour watching it. And then shortly after that, I took a trip to Texas, and I saw this small little, someone had written on Sarah's room, on this tiny little teddy bears. And I said, I'm going to embroider a name, and I'm going to make teddy bears and sell them. And it went from there. 30 years later, it's still stronger than ever. Teddy bears are made for love. And now I have mothers coming back and saying, I had a teddy bear when I was a baby. I'm buying one for my son or my daughter.
The person is saying, I had a teddy bear from you?
Yes, from me, 30 years ago. Now that I have a child, I'm buying one for my child.
Will you talk about what it takes to set up this enormous tent?
It takes 6 people, 7 to 10 days to set up this tent. Cindy, these are from the Connecticut radio stations. They'd like to do an interview with you.
Yeah, you come on a day when I look like crap.
No, we're radio. We're radio.
I mean,
we have a photographer.
Is my voice okay?
We'll get you in a second.
Okay. Mom, you go ahead.
So, how long did you do this for before you passed it along to Cindy?
25 years.
Will you say your name for us, please?
Cindy Penner.
Why do you do this?
I just love the feeling. You do not expect to feel the excitement and joyfulness when the kid gets her name on a bear and she comes up and she's hugging that bear, and some of them even cry. They've never seen their name before.
As somebody with a weird name, my name is spelled Chion. I never see my name on a rack or on a bear or anything, except for my show, obviously, which is pretty cool. But if I wanted to get a bear with my name on it, how would it work?
You would come up to the cash and ask if we can get a name made. We make any name, no extra cost, so everybody's equal. You can have a bear or a bunny, brown or white. The white ones we made for the softness of them, and we have an embroidered heart, so it makes them feel good.
I would like a bunny. Is it embroidering me?
You go much.
Can I see? Can see? A bunny with my name on it. Thank you.
That's an unusual name for sure.
Yeah, no, it's a shortened Greek name. It was a Greek martyr, Kionia, and a Greek goddess, Kion with an E at the end. Both met terrible endings, but I'm hoping I'll have a good one.
That's not good.
Yeah, well. When you pack up after the Big E and it is done, and you get to go home, what does that feel like?
Oh, it's heaven. I just want to go home. It's 18 days and 7 days to set up. I just want to go home. I want to see my grandkids. I want to see my family, just like any normal person. But a week after that, I'm ready to go again.
Thank you so much. Such a pleasure to meet you all.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time and the
Enjoy
bear.
your fun. Have fun.
Thanks, you too. I smell barn animals. And the sign says, pet them, feed them, touch them. Cookie dough on a stick? I'm gonna want cookie dough on a stick. That's 100% yes. New Hampshire.
Yep, this is New Hampshire, and next to it is Connecticut. So that, we're right there.
Where are we?
Look at that
Look
beautiful
at that glorious building.
Oh, they're setting up music.
Oh my God, the people who are picking up the poop.
Yes.
Excuse me, we're with Connecticut Public Radio and we're going to the Big E today. I've got to interview you about this job. Can I ask you about this job?
Sure. This job? Yeah.
Will you tell me what we're looking at?
Clydesdale manure.
From our horse Ritz.
Now this seems unglamorous, but it's also a really important task. How does it feel to scoop manure?
I say that we try to keep them clean and we have to take after them, and when we do it in their stalls, it's for health too, you know, so we got to take care of them.
Does the amount of poop ever surprise you?
Sometimes.
I see 3 beautiful Clydesdales walking up to us right now. What are their names?
This is Budweiser, so this is a whole different thing. We are Hobby Knoll Stables from Duxbury, so their poop is different than our poop because we picked up the last pile of poop and we realized that it was not our horse poop, and that is due to what you feed them. Yes. And so she was very confident that this is Ritz's poop, and that was definitely Budweiser poop, not Hobby Knoll poop.
What do you feed them?
They get different oats. They get a mix of oats and grain, hay, all sorts of vitamins, all sorts of good stuff.
Wow, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. That is a great specimen of manure.
I'm going to get the audio. Let's hear it. Nice. Good flair.
Yeah. There's definitely a fling to the wrist to get the manure in the shovel the first time.
Not everybody can pick up poop. It does take a little bit of skill.
It is an art. It is for sure. It is an art.
Do you ever dream of poop?
I smell it in my dreams, in my sleep.
In the pavement. There you go.
This shovel has seen a lot of poop.
It has. A lot of parades, a lot of things.
Nice technique.
You got 2 nuggets. You can't leave any nuggets behind.
You're the poop supervisor. The poopervisor.
That's my new title.
Happy scooping.
Gotta be doing something, right?
Peace. Bye. How many times have you been to the Big E?
I've come here all my life. It's been tradition every year since I was a kid.
Same here, just about.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you think it is about the Big E that keeps you coming back?
I think there's different things in different stages of my life. I mean, sometimes it's for the crafts mainly, buying, shopping. When I was younger, it was like for the drinking and the partying and the amusements. It depends on what part of my life I was in.
For those who've never been to the Big E, how do you describe it?
Oh, a great fun day to eat, shop, watch shows. There's just so much to do.
Look what I just got.
A bunny with my name on it.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, down there.
I've gotten them for my grandchildren.
From that booth?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Exact
great.
same booth. Yep, with my grandchildren's names on them. Yep.
You look amazing. Can I talk to you for a second? Am I interrupting you? No. Will you introduce yourselves?
I'm Tammy Flynn, the Director of Communications at the Florence Griswold Museum in Old Lyme.
And I'm Rita. I am her fairy for today. I'm going to be spreading magic. And Tammy, what are you going to be doing?
Well, I am going to be telling everybody about our Wee Fairy Village that we have coming up September 27th through November 2nd. And it's good for not just the wee ones, but adults love it just the same.
How do you describe some of them without giving too much away?
Well, I know one specifically because I got a sneak preview, and it's going to be a strawberry ice cream shop made out of strawberries and ice cream and a little counter with tiny little tiles. It's going to be wonderful. And that's what art is for. It's for expression, it's for love, it's for happiness. And when you can get to people at that young age and just give them that little spark of creativity, you don't know where that's going to take them. And of course, I have my fairy dust.
Yes, she's going
right
to be
here. I am a magical fairy. I got a little bigger so it's easier for people to see me today, but I am here for the wee fairies.
When you are smaller, how is your life different?
My life is wonderful when I'm smaller because I get to come watch all you humans, and you don't even know that I'm there.
What would you say to someone who says, "Psh, fairies, that's just made up fantasy stuff"?
That just hurts my heart because fairies bring the magic, we bring the dust, we bring the wonder, and we bring, the spectacularness of life.
Why do you think people stop believing in fairies? Because I think maybe we start with the right idea and then something happens.
I think it's just going through the world, and you have to keep that magical spark because the world can get you down, but you have to just keep getting back up and keep being positive and optimistic.
Anything else you want to say?
Thank you for interviewing me.
My pleasure. Thanks for giving us the opportunity. It's a real pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. You work in there?
Yes.
Can I interview you for the radio?
Sure.
What's your name?
Amber Stone.
And how do you describe what you're working on today?
Cleaning the bathroom, a bathroom attendant.
What's the best part of this job?
Meeting new people.
What's the worst part of this job?
I can't really say there is a worst part of the job. It's different personalities that come in this bathroom. So it's very entertaining when people come in here. So I always have my music playing. So I get a lot of different people, different attitudes, different, happiness, joyful, So it brightens up my day, so I love it.
What do you think people get wrong about what you do?
The thing that they get wrong is that I'm here to help them and not to be their slave.
What kind of things do they ask you for?
None of them really ask me for anything. I think it's more of them take advantage of coming into the bathroom and just leaving it the way that they just want to just leave it because they know that somebody's in here cleaning it. So I think that's probably more of the problem. Other than that, it's not bad. Some people think it is, but I don't think it's bad at all.
Have you had an experience doing this work in the bathroom that has surprised you in any direction?
I get a lot of other job opportunities in here. That's the only thing that really surprises me in here. A lot of people come through and they're like, you're so happy, you're so jolly. Like, you should come work for me, you should do this. I mean, I love it. I get it from all different areas, different towns, different cities. So it's amazing to me. I love it. And that's why I come back every year.
When the biggie is over and it's time to go on to the next thing, first of all, how does that feel? And what is the next thing for you now?
I do have a full-time job. I'm a recovery coach. I work for Gandara. So I work with people in recovery that are on, drugs or alcohol and stuff like that. So I try to guide them in the right path to get themselves clean and help them with, probably if they need help with housing or, mental help and stuff like that. So I help direct them in the right path.
So you're in the helping profession.
Yes,
That's who you are.
That's just me. I'm just a helping person. I love to help people.
So let me ask you, are you yourself in recovery?
Yes, I am.
And what was your drug of choice?
Cocaine. I did cocaine for a year, and then I had a stroke 6 years ago. So I've been clean for 6 years. And then I just changed my whole mind. And then I ended up getting back into the field, and I ended up going to be a recovery coach. And it changed my whole life, and I love it.
Can you talk about how clean and sober you are? Is there any drugs you use now?
I don't actually use any drugs at all now. I used to be like the heaviest marijuana smoker ever, but now I just stay content, and my only drug is just life and to be happy and to help others. So that's basically my main drug now, is just to help and make sure that everybody has a smile on their face and is happy. Because if you're happy, I'm happy. That's how I look at it.
Ooh, the lost and found, lost kids.
Oh my God, lost and found?
They are here. Lost kids, lost and found.
Great. Hi.
Not yet. I mean, bad answer. Sorry. Hi.
We're with Connecticut Public Radio, and we're doing a day at the Big E and talking to whoever we want. And Jessica just spotted Lost and Found and Lost Kids.
That's how I got my job.
Can I talk to you about this?
I was 12 years old.
Well, you were lost here and you just stayed here.
Well, it was lost and found. It was lost children. They just didn't give me back and put me to work. What can I do for you?
Can I ask you about what this is like doing this particular job at the Big E?
It's fun. I mean, how much more fun can you have? You get to see all the people. They all come by to visit, to talk. It's an interesting place of all the fairs that we do, yeah.
What happens when a little kid, like I would, is freaking out and is crying and is sad and you want to comfort them? How do you comfort them?
There's only so much you can do. We just try to talk as gently and maintain our collective and our calm as much as we can. We will bring them in, let them sit on the benches, and give them as protective environment as we can.
Do you ever feel lost?
Only on occasion. But I'm away from my home for 9 months out of the year, so.
Where's home?
Chicago.
Why do you do this?
Come with me for a week. If you like to travel, if you like people, I tell you, some of the most fascinating things happen on the road. Imagine a place where you go and you have friends. You walk in, you know the parameters of the relationship. You know that you and I are going to be friends for the next 2 weeks. We're going to have a good time together. We're going to enjoy life. I go to my next venue. I do it all over again with somebody else. You're still here. Next week or next year, same time, I show up. Food and drink still sitting on the table. Conversation picks up where it left off, and it's like we were never apart. It is truly an amazing thing that happens for us. And I wouldn't give it up. I'm having the time of my life, a time when I should be ready for retirement, and I'm not even thinking about it.
So you don't think you'll ever retire?
Why? I'm enjoying what I do. Come on. You like what you do?
I love what I do.
Do you? You ever go to work?
No.
Point made. I live in a 29-foot trailer. I've got a beautiful brick and mortar home back in Chicago, and I choose to live in a 29-foot trailer towed by a half-ton pickup truck, and I run all over the eastern United States. What more could you ask for in life?
I know you get this a lot, but you've got a great voice. Have you ever been in broadcasting?
I have not. Thought maybe that'd be a retirement gig. Voiceovers, or the like, yeah.
Well, I mean, it starts right here.
It does. It started here at the Big E, actually, when they put out the Big E book, and they asked me to read the book for them, and I did.
What is the Big E book?
They've got a children's book here, and I, of course, had to get a copy for my grands, but they asked me to read the book, and it was pretty funny. That's where it started.
How does it feel to be a grandfather?
If I'd known how much fun it was, I'd have done that first. I tell you what, being a granddad is just the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I can jack them up with sugar and caffeine and send them home.
That is so cool. Any advice for grandparents who are just becoming grandparents?
Don't miss a minute. That's the only regret that I have being on the road, is I don't get to be with my grands as much as I would like. I mean, I think the invention of FaceTime is a godsend, but don't miss a minute. Soak it all up, because now you don't have to be responsible.
Will you describe where you work and what you do right now?
I work the mini ball. I've been here in this game for 5 years.
Now, the objective is to
make it in the hoop.
Take a basketball and make it in the hoop.
Yep, 1 in gets a small ball, any 2 in is a big ball or a little stuffed animal, 3 in a row is a jersey.
All right, here's a question that I think some of my people might be wondering.
Yeah.
Is there anything scammy about this?
This one's triple rim, and I'm honest with everybody.
Triple rim?
Yeah, you want to swish it in, that's the best way. I tell everybody. There's 3 rims, so it's thicker.
What do you do to compel people to come here?
Well, I tell them, are you ready to lose? Because then I want to get them in that winning state of mind after they get up to the counter. And then, hey, if they lose, I said, let's run it back, you know. Hey, sometimes it takes a loss to be a boss, right? You know that's right.
I do know that's right.
Yeah.
What are some life lessons you've learned from doing this job?
Hey, always keep your faith, you know. There's light at the end of the tunnel, you know. And if there's always a breath of life, there's hope. You know, that's what I tell everybody, you know. And an angry mind will always be defeated. So don't ever put yourself down, you know. Always keep your head up high.
Here, here.
You guys
Thanks.
have a blessed day.
God bless.
You too. Bye-bye.
You heard from Mary Naughton and Cindy Penner of Cindy's Bears, Andrea Anderson and Sabrina Gagnon from Hobby Knoll Stable, Susan Rotondo and Bill Motyl from Southwick, Massachusetts, Tammy Flynn and Rita Rivera spreading the magic for the Florence Griswold Museum, Amber Stone from Springfield, Massachusetts in charge of the bathrooms, Ed Aim from Lost and Found, and James Tackett at the mini ball stand. When we get back, meet more Big E diehards, from a hot tub salesman to the man who runs the entire show.
This is the greatest amalgamation of the American way of life you can find. Any fairgrounds in America, not just these, but I think this fairgrounds is a special place.
I'm Kyone Wolf. This is Audacious at the Big E. Stay with us. This is Audacious. I'm Kyone Wolf, taking you with us for a day at the Big E. That's a 17-day mashup of State Fair, Carnival, Food Fest, and Petting Zoo, drawing over 1 million people to West Springfield, Massachusetts every fall for over 100 years. Producer Jessica Severin DeMartinez and Deputy Director of Visuals Mark Mirko moseyed with me nearly 4 miles through crowds, vendors, games, spinny rides, barnyards, and storefronts. There was this one moment where we approached a vast sea of hot tubs for sale, which struck me, with my limited imagination, as odd. So I offered this ignorant assumption to Daryl Wilson, sales rep at Max Swim Spas and Hot Tubs. No one comes to the Big E thinking, I'm going to buy a hot tub.
You're wrong. The Big E is probably the best time anywhere in the U.S. to buy a hot tub. Best price point. Everything's pretty much thrown in. I don't care who the dealer is, but this is the best time to buy a hot tub in the Northeast. People wait almost a year to come to the Big E to buy a hot tub, simply because of the price points are the best.
What are the price points?
Something that normally runs, say, $20,000, you're going to get it for around $13,000.
Why?
Because everybody's waiting to do a purchase now. And so you have to, with your competitors, you have to match and beat in order to get your client to buy that here, then you have to match that price point. And it's the capitalism at its best. Trade wars at its best is right here at the Big E.
This is a good business to be in.
Always.
All right. Well, they're lucky to have you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend.
All right.
Peace. Bye.
Now, do y'all have a hot tub?
Oh, sorry. Gotta go. Bye.
I see a woman holding a piccolo and walking
see.
a kid on a leash.
Yes.
She might be able to tell us where things are happening.
Yeah. Excuse me. Hi. We're with Connecticut Public Radio, and we're spending a day at the Big E, and we spotted you with your amazing outfit. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sure, go right ahead.
Cool. What's your name?
Melissa Russell.
Where are you from?
Bristol, Connecticut.
I feel like I know the answer to this question, but is this your first time at the Big E?
No, it's not.
How long have you been coming?
This is my 4th year coming up to perform. and probably 6th or 7th overall.
And tell me about your performance.
So I'm here with a bunch of fife and drum corps people from around the state, around the area, and we come to represent the history of music.
How long have you been playing the fife?
37 years.
What made you pick up a fife in the first place?
Family. I'm actually the 3rd generation to participate.
Besides performing, what is your favorite part of the Big E?
Honestly, it's watching these kids take it in. They've been coming with me ever since I started performing up here. So this is actually their 3rd year.
Is there anything when you come to the Big E that you cannot miss? You've got to see it every year or experience it every year.
Got to get the cream puffs.
Cream puffs.
I was actually heading over to the cream puff building now, but that's also where the group meets.
Oh, convenient.
Yes, it is very convenient.
See that guy on the ground right there putting down the Big E?
Yeah.
I said, what do you do? And he says, I'm the printer. I said, you mean of this? And he said, no, I'm the printer for the fair.
Wait, may I ask, how does it feel to have people walking on your work all day?
Great, because that's the type of material it's made for.
What is it made of?
It's got a foil backing to it. It's a little pebbly, so people can't trip unless they're left-footed like I am.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been imprinting for over 50 years, but I've been doing this for the Big E since 2017.
Do you think you're going to be doing it forever and ever? Amen?
Amen. Yes.
What do you wish people knew about the work you do? Because I think people don't even really realize that someone made this.
Just the appreciation of what we do here and how everything looks, the aesthetics.
All right. Anything I didn't ask you that you wish in a million years that someone would finally ask you about this work?
Yeah. Do you want to speak to me?
You heard from hot tub salesman Daryl Wilson, Melissa Russell from Bristol, Connecticut, and John Barrows, the printer for the whole shebang. Now, when you're talking about the Big E, there's one person who's been right at the heart of it all, Gene Cassidy. He's the president and CEO of the Eastern States Exposition, and I had the chance to catch up with him in the peaceful quiet of the Brooks building.
What does it take to put this on every year?
The most important thing that contributes to the production of the event is the passion of the people who work here. Their commitment So I apologize, but I didn't expect that question, and I didn't expect it would elicit this response. This, geez, I'm embarrassed, I'm sorry. These people are so incredibly committed to the mission that they work unbelievable hours that we have to give up most of our weekends, which means, you know, family things, you miss family things. You might miss a wedding, you might miss a funeral because you're so committed to this organization. It's a really important driver for the economics of our region. We generate almost $200 million worth of impact on this economy, you know, which includes Connecticut. Connecticut contributes 44.6% of our attendance. And that is a number that is rock solid. It's not 44.4, it's not 44.7, it is consistently the same amount. We know our customer, we have 96% return patrons, which is why when I say 44.6 from Connecticut, that's why it's so consistent. So there's not a lot of products that have that kind of acceptance that I'm aware of. So it's a passion for the job, the passion for the mission, and the contribution we make is so significant to our region. Yet when all is said and done, what's left over for the fairgrounds out of that big economic impact is only our net income. And last year was our biggest year in our history, and our net income was about $6 million. This is such an expensive facility to run that $6 million, you know, I literally could sneeze and spend that.
If you get the opportunity to just stroll out there and experience the smells and food and sounds and people. What are your favorite parts of the Big E?
I am filled with joy to see everybody on the fairgrounds. This is the greatest amalgamation of the American way of life you can find. Any fairgrounds in America, not just these, but I think this fairgrounds is a special place. You know, we went through this series in the past few years where we're always talking about diversity and things like that, and it makes me kind of laugh. Because you come to the fairgrounds, you will never find more diversity of people who want to be in each other's company. The celebration of the American way of life. And I love the fact that we can present that which you can't see anywhere else.
When you imagine the Big E 100 years from now, how do you picture it?
My hope is that whoever is leading this place pays respect to the history of it. In 1914, when the original charter of this organization was signed, there was a woman on the board of directors, and she signed the charter, and her name was Helen Osborne Storrow. I have done as much research as I've been able to do, and I've not identified another corporation in America that had a female on their board of directors in 1914. So here's this woman who is concerned about widows after the First World War. Now, she's in charge of the women's department at a time when electricity is just being wired to houses, at a time when gas lines are being run into houses, at a time when women are just given the opportunity to vote. And so Mrs. Storrow says to Mr. Brooks, you know, I've got this space, but it's all tense. I need something better. And so Mr. Brooks says, well, Helen, here I'm giving you all this space. Do with it what you want. So she goes to Boston and she hires a renowned architect, last name of Chapman. And these two people spend the next 10 years, most often on a buckboard, right? There's not highways. And they are going across New England to find either buildings that have been left to deteriorate or buildings on the fringe of communities that maybe are active but not as active as they once were. And she buys up these buildings, and it was the first time in the history of the United States that a building was dismantled from one location and then reassembled in another. So she goes across New England with this Mr. Chapman. They acquire buildings, and she brings them to the Eastern States Exposition. It takes her many years to assemble the buildings. And then starting at the height of the Depression, out of her pocket, she spends $8 million to create this new village. The way they did it was absolutely astounding. And so we have this amazing village, and you can go to shop there now. You've got great makers over there, tremendous history in every corner of the place. And Mrs. Storrow never wanted to have her name on the thing, but she died in 1947. And after she died, the Eastern States named it Storrowton Village after Helen. So here's an amazing woman that everybody should know about, and probably nobody does. And I mention that because it shows something, I think, that should also influence the future, about inclusion and about, you know, as humans, we're all called to support each other. And hopefully that history influences where we're going.
That was the president and CEO of Eastern States Exposition, Gene Cassidy. After the break, come with us as we throw ourselves mouth first into the fair's many food offerings.
In a good year, we sell about 120,000 cream puffs.
Anything with waffles on it, chicken and waffles, waffle burger, just everything.
It tastes like dessert and it tastes like pickles, and those two are not supposed to work together, but it does.
I'm Kyone Wolf. This is Audacious at the Big E. Stay tuned.
There it is. The hard part's over. You made it.
This is Audacious. I'm Kyone Wolf, and what would a trip to the Big E be without a taste of the weird food that people wait all year for? This giant fair is famous for its over-the-top, creative, sometimes delicious, sometimes questionable culinary experiments. We're talking about deep-fried everything, including Kool-Aid, donuts bigger than your head, fried dough, sloppy joe sandwiches, pickles, where some may argue pickles never should be, cream puffs the size of softballs, and more than a few things you never thought could fit on a stick. It's sweet, it's savory, it's indulgent, it's weird, and it's a mandatory part of the experience.
All right, my stomach is beginning to rumble.
I feel it too.
Lucy, not potential, just let me know. Salmon on a stick in the main house is her favorite.
Okay.
Salmon on a stick.
Will you, dear?
No.
No. No. Why? And exactly. Why should you? There's so much.
You guys want to go to Connecticut?
Sure. We can do. There's blooming onions there.
Hi. I love onions more than nearly everything.
Okay.
How do you make a blooming onion?
You dip it in a wet batter, then dry batter, and fry it.
What kind of onions do you use?
The super classicals. I
Super
can show
what?
you. They're the big ones. We try to get a super colossal onion. So
Those are some big onions. Wow. Do you know how many onions you go through per biggie?
no, that's a personal question.
Well, thank you for showing us your onions.
Thank you.
What makes Pepe's different than anyone else?
It's the way we do the freshest ingredients, and we do it exactly the way Frank Pepe did it 100 years ago. We're still a family-owned and operated business that will only make pizza the way their grandfather started, especially also cooked in that coal-fired oven.
We're here on Connecticut Day at the Big E. How important is it to represent Connecticut pizza, specifically, of course, New Haven pizza at Connecticut Day?
We're honored to be here. They asked us to be here. It's our 100th year. We're doing lots of things to celebrate our 100th year, and being part of Connecticut Day for the first time is amazing.
What's your favorite slice?
I like a plain red pizza, add pepperoni and extra pecorino.
What would you say to someone who said, I don't know, man, pizza's pizza. I would have Celeste pizza from the grocery store freezer. It's all the same to me. What would you say to someone who says
I would say visit our Worcester Street location or any of our other 16 locations and come in and sit down and have one in-house and have a full experience. Having a Pepe's Pizza is not just eating pizza, it's an experience in itself.
Okay, there's Lucy's salmon on a stick.
If y'all want to get some salmon on a stick, I don't want to stop you.
I am open to anything at this point.
Is it worth going to cream puffs?
Yeah. Ah, dill pickle pizza.
Good God. The weird thing is that sounds gross on the face of it, but I can imagine it being pretty good.
Me too.
All right, we're getting the cream puffs. Howdy.
So we have a vanilla cream puff, we have an espresso cream puff, we have an eclair, and then on each the vanilla and the espresso you can get ganache, which is the chocolate on top of either one of those.
Got it.
Yep.
Can I order a single cream puff?
Yeah.
Vanilla?
Yep.
Wow, that's huge. What's the best-selling cream puff?
I will say the original is probably the best because everyone knows it as the original. On top of that, every year we get a new flavor. So far, I think the best one that everyone has asked for repeatedly is chocolate.
What's the new flavor this year?
Espresso.
Hold on. How does it feel to hear that anthem?
I don't know. I feel kind of pride in it. You know, I'm from I'm not from a family, but my ex-husband is a federal agent. Also, it was in the military, so it's good. I always stop and I always, do that, amen and whatnot. So my kids grew up the same way, and my dad was a Marine, and I'm kind of from a family of military background, government.
How long is the longest line you've ever had here for people?
In here, the longest I've seen it was basically out that side door. So they are very long. People will wait for hours in a line to get a cream puff.
These are made in-house?
In-house. We make these every day. Yep, they're fresh made as we go. The creams are whipping out in the other room, and we bake all the shells in the next room over. And so we bake it, cool it. They go out there, they get cut, and they get creamed, and we sell them.
On a good day, how many do you sell?
On a good day, I'm not sure, but in a good year, we sell about 120,000 cream puffs. Yeah, we made 54,000 eclairs, and we'll run out because we run out every year.
How do your hands feel at the end of a day?
Sore. More my feet, but definitely my hands as well. Yep. Shoulders from lifting up the trays or ganaching. We put chocolate ganache on them. Yeah.
All right, this is my first cream puff.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat it here with you, no pressure. Oh yeah. Fresh and creamy and sugary and delightful.
Super yummy, right?
Super yummy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. What a treat. What a treat, literally.
Crunchy balls of goodness, taco balls.
Taco ball!
Oh.
If you want a taco ball, just say the word, Jessica. This is my old employer, T-Mobile. My people. Howdy. You're a Connecticut company.
Yes, we sure
We are from Connecticut Public Radio.
What can you tell me about Luann's Bakery?
So Luann's was started 45 years ago by Luann Hoffman in her home on the Hoffman Farm in Ellington. She ran it as a home-based bakery for 37 years before we moved it to our brick and mortar location in 2017.
I'm just listening.
Let me
because
stop.
I'm from West Hartford.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
What you got in there?
So we have 5 different flavors of cupcakes, all of which are available in a gluten-free version.
I don't do gluten.
We have, okay.
You do gluten full. All right, so we got funfetti dill pickle cupcake. Tell us about the dill pickle cupcake.
Yes, dill pickle cupcake. We perfected the recipe for our dill pickle cupcake 2 years ago, which was our first year here at the Big E. So what we do is it's our regular vanilla cake recipe, but instead we replace some of the liquid with pickle juice, and then we add chopped up pickles, and then we do a dill cream cheese frosting, and then a pickle on top. It tastes like dessert, and it tastes like pickles, and those two are not supposed to work together, but it does.
Now, besides being here, what's your favorite thing to do at the Big E?
Honestly, my favorite day of the entire Big E, and I'm not saying this just because, is Connecticut Day. Because we see a lot more Connecticut people today, and the Ellington, we're in Ellington Marching Band marches in the parade, and my daughter's in the band, so she'll be here this afternoon. My wife and kids come, so today's the day that my whole family comes up. So yeah, my favorite thing to do is spend the afternoon of Connecticut Day with my family.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Thanks. We will.
I love this place because there's pets, there's rides, there's roller coasters. I just love the stuff here.
What about the food?
I love the food. I just had some fried Oreos. They're delicious.
What would you suggest people eat who've never been here before?
I suggest they should try some chicken tenders here. They're awesome in the calamari in the Rhode Island station.
Okay.
I like them.
Now, the night before you come to the Big E, I imagine you're excited, right?
Oh, really excited.
How do you contain your excitement? What do you do? Or you do not contain it?
I read a book, and then when I go to bed, I keep thinking of what stuff is new here and what stuff is I've seen before.
When it's time to go home, how does that feel?
It feels awful.
Do you argue about going home, or do you accept it?
Yeah, I accept it if I've been there a while. If I've only been there for a little.
Hockey practice later.
Yeah.
Oh, you have hockey practice later, okay.
And I don't really like to leave. because this place is awesome.
Yes, I do want cookie dough on a stick. I do. I do want dough on a stick. How are you?
Well, how are you?
Great. Can I get birthday cake, please?
One birthday?
Yes, please. Thank you. Ooh, why cookie dough on a stick?
This was my wife's high school business plan. So my mother-in-law used to sell cookies at the Horse Barn in Chicago. My wife took that recipe and wanted to turn it into a mobile business. So she's been doing this 18 years, and all the recipes are her grandmother's.
And right now you are far away from her?
I am. She is back in Wisconsin with our two daughters, Cora and Mila, who are 7 and 4.
Is it worth it?
Oh, man. Yes. My daughters live a blessed life, and I get to put food on the table for them, and they see how hard mommy and daddy work for them. So, yeah, it is worth it. It's hard, but you do what you have to do for your family.
Well, it comes. I watch PBS all the time, so your ads always come up.
No way!
Your ads always come up before the...
No, I'm famous! I just became famous! Okay, well, can I interview you? I want to know, the night before you come, when you're trying to go to bed and you're really excited, how do you handle the excitement?
I don't.
You just let yourself buzz?
Yeah, basically.
What about you?
Yeah, I just stay up watching TV, PBS and whatnot until I go to bed.
Why do you watch PBS?
Because it's very educational. It's very good to watch. One of my favorites is Eons. I really like that one.
You like PBS?
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
channel.
we got it. I watch it all the time.
Nice.
Rick Steves. I'm a big Rick Steves fan.
Oh, me too.
I love Rick
Steves.
Steves.
So pure.
My daughter loves Rick Steves. She'll come in and we'll watch it for a little before we go to bed.
That's awesome. When you come to the Big E, what's your favorite thing to do besides get cookie dough on a stick?
It might be the rides. The rides are real fun.
Yeah, one of my favorites is like the food.
What kind of food?
Those baked potatoes and like sundaes and whatnot. I love the Maine baked potatoes.
What do you put on your baked potato?
Just everything. Sour cream, chives, bacon, butter, everything.
Any advice for someone who's never been to the Big E about what they should do, where they should go, what they should eat, what they should see?
Definitely try out the baked potatoes, and the wristband is a good investment.
Yeah, wristband for the rides.
Yeah, anything with waffles pretty much. Just anything with waffles on it. Chicken and waffles, waffle burger, just everything.
You heard the voices of Greg from Minnesota selling bloomin' onions, Kevin Gagliard with Frank Pepe's Pizzeria, Lynn Lischke with her cream puffs, Josh Verkler of Luann's Bakery, Jackson Panic Henderson from Newington, Joseph Haag of Cora and Mila's Cookie Dough, and Josh, John, and Henry Pupa from Griswold. Since we spoke with 34 people over the course of 7 hours at the Big E, we could not possibly fit everybody in this show, so we plan on going back next year. And the year after that, and the year after that. It's going to be a whole new Audacious tradition, and we hope we see you there. Special thanks to Bridget Kelleher, Assistant Director of Marketing at the Eastern States Exposition, and thanks to our friend Leanne Griffin. Audacious is always lovingly produced by Jessica Severin DiMartinez, Meg Fitzgerald, and Robin Doyon-Aiken at Connecticut Public Radio in Hartford. Mark Mirko lent us his voice and his eyes on this one, so check out his beautiful photos at ctpublic.org/audacious. At that link, you'll also see that we love taking Audacious out into the world. You can come along with us as we go dumpster diving, competing in a pun competition in Brooklyn, trying our hand at auctioneering, going to a cuddle party, doing a past life regression, exploring a paranormal museum, and even what it was like during my first time at a nudist resort. You can listen wherever you get your podcasts. Stay in touch with me on the socials at Kyone Wolf. You can always send an email to audacious@ctpublic.org. Peace.